Today's topic, fashion tips for women over 50, how to not make your butt look big. Stay tuned. Thanks so much for tuning back into Second Act TV. Scarlett De Bease joins us again today. Scarlett, thanks for coming back on Second Act TV.
Wouldn't miss it.
If you saw our last segment, Scarlett is the go-to stylist for women entrepreneurs, for coaches, for speakers. And we have her join us on Second Act to address some of the, let's call them special or prevalent issues that pertain to women of our vintage. And Scarlett, of course, two topics that we've identified is one, how not to make your butt look big, and then arms. But let's start with the butt on this segment. How do we
How to
not?
make your butt not look fat, basically, right? That's the question that, it's a big joke that women ask, their significant others, and there's really no good answer. You know, maybe a nap, but never really a good idea to answer the question. But the thing, but no pun intended. But the thing about the rear end is that you have to be careful about comparanoia, which is, when you get paranoid about comparing your body to other people. And so a lot of women do is they're so busy comparing their bodies, especially their rear ends, to another woman that they tend to feel like they should just give up and not even try. And that's not true. And so one of my big tips is, and I have to work with my clients when I show them clothes to buy, is don't think that just wearing something big is the best way to cover up your rear end, or to wear something that just sort of like a long t-shirt.
Okay.
What that can actually do is make it look bigger. So while you're so happy that it's covered, you're actually making it look bigger. So one of the tips is, when you put a top on or a jacket, whatever, have it stop at the widest part of your hips. So that's a big tip when it comes to the rear. And I used to be in this area, whatever, that years and years ago when I was starting to, work and dress well, my rear end was wider, I thought, than everybody else's. In some cases it was. Find anything that fit me. So the reason why I couldn't find anything is because I was trying to buy the same clothes that the thinner shaped women were buying.
Okay.
So, back in the day, there was a time when you had to dress a certain way because everybody else was doing it, and that was considered normal. Now, variety is the spice of life. I mean, I don't believe that anybody should be following what everybody else is doing. You wear what's best for you.
Well, so how do we know what the clothes are right for us in that? Is there a standard rule based on size or height or?
Certain brands are made for straight bodies, so they should be avoided at all costs. Like Theory, which is a higher end brand, that's made for straight bodies. So when somebody who's curvy tries to put that on, it's instant depression. I mean, it's done. So you have to try different brands, and I believe I had spoken in the earlier video about how experiment more when you shop. Try different things on. Don't keep going to where you're always going because you're not going to change anything. The thing about also that women who are very concerned with their butts is that they sort of don't even try anymore. They just figured, I'm not going to look good, so why bother? But the thing is that if you lose your excuses, you got to find results.
Mm-hmm.
So if you're going to use don't use losing weight as an excuse. Go find the clothes that will fit you better, because the better fitting clothes instantly make a person look thinner. If you try to squeeze into something that's not right for you, things sort of bubble out. The muffin top bubbles out and the rear end bubbles out. It's never a good look. If you are a taller woman and you want to kind of minimize the butt, then tunic tops are great. They're great because they skim over the muffin top and they skim over the hips. Those are fantastic. If you're petite, you have to go with a little bit shorter, especially when they stop at the widest part of the hip. And another few little tricks is that you want to avoid details on your rear end.
As in on the pockets?
On the pockets,
mm-hmm.
Yeah. You want to, you don't want to, first of all, you don't want very small pockets, because very small pockets are going to make the rear end look a lot bigger. So you have to, and I'm not saying get pockets in proportion, like one giant pocket or something, but That'll be a whole interesting design. But don't some jeans have these little teeny pockets. That's not good for the rear end. And you don't want rhinestones. You don't want embroidery. They tried bringing that back. It didn't really take off. But occasionally we'll see some rhinestones on
Nothing
there.
that draws attention to that area.
Anything that draws attention to that area, you want to avoid it. So you want to keep it as simple as possible.
Okay.
And also when you're wider on the bottom. I mean, I have a number of clients who are pear-shaped or wider. You want to bring more up to the top. It's like that. Now I have like this little jacket and a scarf. So for instance, if you're wider down the bottom, then you want to even yourself out on top. And that makes that instant hourglass shape, which is like the ideal shape. But most women aren't that shape, so we have to pretend. And you pretend by cheating. And that would mean to make yourself wider on top. A lot of women who are hippie, who have bigger butts, so to speak, and who are not looking to have Kim Kardashian's butt, they need to balance their bodies out. So go do something on top, whether it's details on the shoulder or a scarf or a necklace. Bring the eye up here. And then when you have more up here, then the middle becomes instantly smaller. And then you have that nice ba-ba-boom shape. No matter what your size, you can have that.
Well, Scarlett, and I know you have a lot more about this on your program, the online program, which is called Stress-Free Dressing, I believe.
Yes, the stress-free style system.
The stress-free style system, which we will link to.
Yeah, it's a 12 videos. The longest one is 40 minutes. The average is 8 minutes, and it's an on-demand. You can pick what you want, but you will get far more tips in those videos that you can teach yourself, so that you don't keep making the same shopping mistakes and the same I don't know what to wear kind of attitude.
Perfect.
And then you have a smaller butt.
Well, great. Well, Scarlett, you're going to stay over with us for one other segment, and let's talk about arms on the next segment, which of course is real big for our generation. So we'll see you in a minute. Hope you enjoyed today's segment with Scarlett. She will be back with more fashion tips for women over 50, so make sure you subscribe to our channel. Click the button right here and visit our website. We have all the episodes with Scarlett and much more from Second Act TV posted at secondact.tv. See you soon. Thanks.